What's up, Freakdaddy's House of Rock? Once again, the new tracks from classic acts today. Looking at the Rolling Stones. Chili Day's got his records over there. How many different versions of this album do you own?
Um, I have
Hackney Diamonds.
three that I know of. I thought I had four. Yeah,
And
but
and how many different album releases did they did separate releases of different versions of the cover, right? That's what it is.
yeah, I
Hackney
think there were
Diamonds.
29 different covers on there, which is, I guess, a
Wow.
great marketing strategy. Yeah, and I'll show you. Um, I guess if you want, I'll go ahead and give you a show here of the what it looks like. It's great artwork on there, by the way, and looks pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yep.
And
Very
and
nice. It's got
the
all the info.
the different versions are with various baseball fields. Is that what I understand?
Well, no, this is the primary
Okay.
um, release, and
Okay.
then apparently the baseball stadiums that they did, they put out a like here's a Chicago White Sox, and then here's like an LA Dodgers. So I guess the
Interesting.
baseball stadiums that they played, that's the
Oh,
one.
okay.
That's what they did. The show that I saw was in Cleveland.
Okay.
I don't have that one. You know what? I don't remember. I don't remember them selling. I don't know, man. I try to avoid merch tables at concerts anymore because they're
Yeah.
just so insanely
Well,
expensive.
it's generally how the artist gets paid a lot of times.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's
And
they
what I
make
wanted
more
to
merch and then make another music.
oh yeah. What I wanted to add on there is the difference is on the official release that I showed you, side 3 and 4 are is live concert. And one thing I wanted to let you know on there that I did not know until I bought the album was Lady Gaga's on the album, Elton
Hmm.
John's on the album. There was somebody else on there that that helped out. It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, the side 3 and 4's got some uh, I think Jumpin' Jack Flash, it's probably cliche to say, that's a favorite Stone song of mine, but
Oh
love that one and Sympathy for the Devil.
yeah.
But
Stuff they played live in concert. When did you see those tracks when you were seeing them live
yeah, I
this
don't
tour?
remember. I don't remember. I think they did at least 3 or 4 off the new album when I saw them in Cleveland. And it was so
Okay.
funny. Mick Jagger, uh, he did about 2 songs, they stop and do the, kind of hello, this or that. He goes, I just want you to say, I've been waiting the whole tour to say, hello, Cleveland. And I thought that was so, I mean, I knew exactly what he was going to say. And if any youngsters don't know what that's from one of Leo Freak Daddy's and ours favorite movies about the cliches of rock,
Yeah. Yeah.
Spinal
Spinal
Tap.
Tap.
So
Yeah. So
yeah,
he
yeah.
so he
So
pulled
he's
it out.
lost. Yeah, he's lost in the basement, can't get upstairs, and the crowd's yelling. That
Uh,
scene is just priceless. Oh, and apparently Spinal Tap uh, redo is coming out. Part 2 is coming out
oh, is that
next
right?
year. Oh my God, that's
Wow,
that's
those
going to
guys are
be
in their
great.
80s now. Hey,
Yes,
Harry
they
Shearer's
are.
81. I don't know how old the other guys are, but they're late 70s, early 80s. So
Yeah,
that's
what?
awesome that they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
Incredible actors. I can't remember who was going to be the drummer. God, I'm not going to. I don't want to badmouth anybody. I just hope it's one person. I'll tell you off air that I hope is not the drummer in it because he's everywhere. So draw your own conclusions. But
Okay.
what? So kind of like with the show, we're talking about, where they were then and where they are now. So this is the first Stones album, and I'm not going to say I'm a Rolling Stone expert. I'll just say I'm a fan. And I didn't know this till I actually started delving in more to the song lists on here. But it looks to me like, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like about 12 songs on there. And I think about all but one are covers, of
Oh, their
other
very
artists.
first
So,
record. Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that was because I guess they were pretty much blues standards. I Just Want to Make Love to You. I know you probably heard that in your radio days from Foghat.
Right.
Different take on it. Walking the Dog, Aerosmith covered that as well. So um, definitely these guys are in the Southern blues, Delta blues, vein, and that's all good. You gotta a lot of the cats that will be covered in this, Sabbath and Stones, and I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. You got to think about like what they were listening to.
Mhm.
Eric Clapton, and these guys were just mesmerized by African American, blues. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just everywhere. It's the 12 bar. You know that from guitar pretty much. It's the
Sure.
it's the simplicity of the beat. It gets you moving. You can
It's
tell a
effective.
story behind it.
It's incredibly effective.
Yes, absolutely, and
Yeah.
that's what people relate to.
Mhm.
But the song that we were going to discuss, and what did you say you looked up? What Hackney Diamonds meant? I don't
How
recall.
about, yes? How about Hackney Diamonds means the glass left behind after a break-in. That's what it means.
Huh?
Hackney
Okay.
Diamonds. Yeah.
Well, that's a
So
really cool. That's a
yeah,
good one.
that's
But
a British, must be a British thing.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Hackney Diamonds.
Hackney Diamonds.
Acne.
But
There'd
yeah,
be acne diamonds there.
I don't think anybody's breaking in Mick Jagger's house now. I heard that Keith actually lives in like Connecticut now or somewhere, but
Really?
I'm not sure. And yeah, he's got a private jet and flies back. Um, I think if they have like 2 nights off or 3 nights off between shows, it doesn't matter where uh, he flies home. So, and I don't blame him. You got the money, honey. You might as well. But
Right.
yeah, the song we wanted to discuss was "Angry,"
Hmm.
and I,
Their single release off of Hackney Diamonds. I
yeah,
guess
off of Hackney Diamonds.
in
Yeah,
my understanding, the only one, unless there was something else that was released to radio. We actually did, even with the classic rock format, we spun that a few times. It didn't get a lot of spin, but we did
no,
that. Yeah.
no, no, no. I think one of the let's see, really see, get close. Depending on you, bite my head off. Pretty much, I think the first three uh, were the ones that I seem to hear the most on like Sirius,
Is that
radio
right?
going through on that. But lyrically, it's pretty much, the the argument with the girl, you know, and wants her back. If you anybody checks this podcast out, you should check the video out for it. I know most people probably haven't seen a music video in forever, but the actress in it, her name is Sydney Sweeney. I think I'm saying that right. And there's a popular show that she was on. It might have been on Netflix. Oh
Hmm.
God, it escapes me. Um, oh,
I'm
I
the
had
world's
it.
worst.
White Lotus. White Lotus.
Okay. Yes.
Incredible show produced by one of the guys that was in School of Rock with Jack Black.
Right.
Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, she's a
White
knockout.
Lotus. Okay.
Riding down Hollywood Boulevard on the back of a convertible. So, and it's really neat in the video too that it shows archival footage of the Stones from the
Yeah,
beginning.
it's edited, spliced in stuff of old stuff with the new stuff. It's a cool video. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it is. It's really
it's gonna be
cool. It's really
it's
cool.
gonna be linked. It's gonna be linked in here. We'll have it. We'll have it in the description, of course, so one can
Yeah,
check it out.
yeah.
We just
And I
can't watch
lived
it
in.
and talk about it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember the days too. I lived in Hollywood, but trust me, I was in a used car, broke as a joke. And so I wasn't living the dream they were. But
You
good
didn't have a hot chick
times.
ride in your convertible.
No, no, I don't think there was. I think luggage was in my front seat in the guitar. Yeah, I
Yeah,
sold everything and moved to Hollywood, but that's for another day. But
yeah.
yeah, I think I just got to say the Stones have still got it, man. I mean, I saw the show in Cleveland, and if they do another tour, man, I need to drag you along, to check them out, because I just tell,
Love to.
like the point of this show is, get out there, man, and see these people,
Yeah.
because they're not going to live forever, and the best you're going to do in 10 years, sadly, are going to be tribute bands. And
Well, Charlie Watts got to record this, right? So he was in the studio on
yes,
the Heidi Diamonds
yeah, he
stuff.
played on a
But
couple of the tracks. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So he
But
didn't record the entire album.
no, no, not from what
Oh
I
wow.
researched on it. But
Okay. Wow.
um, man, I mean, just live. I mean, it's it's just they call it in England throwing shapes. So they still make all the shapes on stage, the funky dancing and the poses, and what I'll say about the Stones is it's kind of like what Eric Clapton said. It's not what they're playing, it's what they don't play, and that's
Hmm.
what makes them so great. Is what they're not. Keith Richards is not trying to play like Hendrix. He's not trying to play like Randy Rhoads or Eddie Van
Right.
Halen. He knows what he's going for. Roddy Wood, and they're just damn good at it, man.
Yeah.
And
A,
it's incredible,
a
really. The
good
whole
example of what an ensemble can do, right? Because I don't think any of those guys. I think even probably by their own admission. I mean, Ron Wood maybe has got the chops ahead of anybody else in there. But did Keith pick up a guitar? I'm sorry. Did Mick pick up a guitar on stage? Did he play? Does he
I
play?
don't remember him. I just remember him doing a I don't know what you call it, a sing off a duet with on I think it was simply the devil, or
Okay.
just
Because
it's just
sometimes,
a hideaway. It's just a hideaway. Good
well,
Lord, why can't I think of that song?
there are times in concert where he'll come out with a guitar and play, right? So that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
none
I
of
don't
them
recall.
are flashy. But together as a group, they just sound so amazing because they've got all of those pieces. Like I say, the pieces and parts. It's what they don't put into it, which what you don't get from any member of the
Mhm,
Rolling Stones is overplaying, right?
mhm.
They're all
Yeah,
very reserved with what they do, and like you say, it leaves that space for everything to happen, and it's amazing to hear them live like that. That I've not seen them live, but I've watched a lot of concert footage and a lot of stuff on YouTube, of course. But it's yeah, you'll definitely have to we'll have to get out there next time.
yeah. And they
Hopefully,
and
there'll be
yeah,
another opportunity.
they stood the test of time. I mean, what, at 62, I think
Years.
64 was the first album, recording in mono.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, so
So the first
70,
record
80,
wasn't even stereo.
20, uh, yeah, 6, 70 years, I guess. Good God, I can't count. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 60 years, 62 years. Yeah. I mean, it was mono. And there was we got a minute on here. So I kind of let's see, this was put out. Let me double check this. This was a reproduction. It's got to be 62.
Sounds reasonable. I
Yeah.
will say this: you were talking about the blue stuff, and the one thing that I do respect, and I've always valued about these guys, especially with Keith Richards doing what he did. You know, he went out and got these blues guys that he respected to play, you know, like he went out with them. He he toured with Muddy Waters, you know, backed him up. I mean, just to shine a spotlight on these guys and to make sure that people knew who they were, because, you know, there were artists that were popular in England that we didn't even know about in America, you know, coming right out of Memphis, going immediately overseas to releases, and we didn't even have the records here. And they were getting into all of this stuff that we didn't even know about. And then, you know, America was overlooking our own artists, especially, unfortunately, the black artists and the blues artists. And Rolling Stone said, screw that, we're going to come back over there and show you what's up. And they did. And they shined a big spotlight on all these guys, which was just amazing.
Yeah, there was it's, you know, with the racism of basically where we're going with that. I think Little Richard, he said, you know, I talked to a kid one time and he said he would put my album on, but then he would put like a white artist cover out. So his parents, you know, whenever they went by, you know, were listening, they thought you know, like they were making sure he was listening to good white folk, you know, and not a black artist.
Terrible.
So that's where we were, you know, back then. And one other thing that kind of like what you were talking about, there's a special, I think was on PBS originally, with Keith Richards doing something with Chuck Berry, and you know, throwing light on him and his career. Really good documentary. I'm sure if you just get on YouTube and, you know, type in Chuck Berry and Keith Richards, you'll pull it up. It's probably hour, 2 hour long, but it shows the rehearsing, the gig, and everything. It's a really really neat behind the scenes, you know, kind of
I don't know
shows.
of another, and if you know of it, tell me. I don't know of another artist like Richards who has done that for his idols, right? Because obviously he got the opportunity, and using the influences that he had in the American blues scene, and then said, you know, I am going to do everything I can to show, to get a big bibliography, right? Here are all the guys that I have listened to and enjoyed and emulated, and this is why I'm a musician, and I'm going to get out there and make sure that everybody knows it. I don't know of anybody else doing that, right? I mean, generally, your influences are your influences. They shape you. You go out, you do your thing. If you get to be considered original because of the way you sound, that's what you do. You just go and do your thing, and you never give the nod back. You know, you never give.
No.
But he did. It's amazing, you know.
Yeah. All those cats did. You know, they some of them had to be sued into doing it correctly. I think the
acknowledgement.
initials, the
big little
initials
litigation.
of the initials of that band, I think, would be LZ. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. You know, it's Robert Plant, living in the woods of England, never talked like what is it? You know, you needs schooling, baby. I ain't something fooling. I'm gonna send you back to school and way down inside. You know, they don't talk like that, I'm sure, in the Hobbit country of England. So it's obvious that those cats, you know, ripped off the you know, the black artists. But I mean, man, everybody borrows from everybody. I mean,
sure.
I don't know. I mean, people say that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Delta Blues is an original format, but I would say the rhythms, you know, were brought probably from Africa. But I don't know.
It was a mix. Well, it was a mix of traditional African music and spiritual, you know, church music, essentially, that you know, the blues grew from. But regardless, it is an original American art form without question. And, you know, so when you get these guys coming over from England and capitalizing on the sounds the way they did, and then to see him give it back. I mean, I just, like I say, I have tremendous respect
Oh,
for the Rolling
absolutely.
Stones,
Yeah.
just an unbelievable amount, and especially Keith Richards for doing what he did,
Oh, of
regardless of
course.
his challenges. And I don't know if you know the story. I mean, we're talking about Hackney Diamonds, but Exile on Main Street, where they recorded that literally in hiding, because they owed so much money to the on taxes to the British government, and they went to
Wow.
France to record the Exile record, which is why it became called that. And during that time, Richards was so into heroin that he ended up having such a heroin bill that he couldn't pay, that the dealers stole his guitars, just took his guitars as payment.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he's had his issues without question. But good Lord, what an amazing dude. I mean, I don't care about somebody's problems and what they have dealt with. Just look at their character. Look what he's done over the years with, again, just being genuine about where it all came from. And you got to respect that. You got to love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Well, for the episode, I chalk this up as good stuff, man. And I would say I'm gonna give this album 4 out of 5 stars on my personal rating on there. It's classic
Okay.
Stones. I think it's quality stuff, end to end. Um, I'm kind of more just in the vein of the darker stuff that they did, and
Hmm.
but solid album, man. So you can find it on vinyl, like 49 different copies or whatever crazy it is. So yeah, if you want to
That's
drop
amazing.
about $5,000, I guess you can go get every copy of it.
Yeah.
They're out there.
I'm sure
So,
somebody has. I'm sure there's a big enough Stones
oh
fan
God,
that has every
yes.
one of those.
Oh God, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. And I'm
Well,
embarrassed that I've got 3 and possibly 4. I think I got a Cincinnati red one. I don't remember if I had. Let's see. It doesn't. I see a Dodgers and White Sox. I think I've got a Cincinnati Reds somewhere around here, but that's it. But I'm an MLB fan,
there
so
you go.
those
Well,
are mine.
reason to
Yeah.
pick them up then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Tiny Diamonds has been out there for about a year, but what we're doing is new tracks from classic acts, taking a look at the stuff that doesn't get airplay. Even though I'm in radio and we play all the classic stuff, we don't play the new stuff. So it's always good to talking about shining a spotlight. These guys are my heroes, so it's always fun to do that.
Yep. Yep. And best way you can get out there is support these guys is buy licensed material.
Yeah.
We get the album, get a
Especially their
shirt.
limited release on vinyl. You're taking it for the team for us. You got so much of that stuff from these artists. It's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
going directly. I'm guessing most of that's going directly to them because a lot of it is independent releases.
Oh
Right?
yeah, 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 yeah. They're as well as I do. When it's great to listen to them streaming, but there's nothing like a physical copy. As we
Yeah.
talked about before, just the enjoyment of checking out the artwork on there, and
Yeah.
I didn't even get into uh, showing you the actual vinyl on the inside. But yeah, it's colored. Just information. It's an experience,
Yeah.
check it out and listen to the music.
Chili J, thanks for hanging out, man.
All right, man. We'll see you soon.
I did. Thank you.